Hey guys, welcome to Chickenlandia. I am the president of Chickenlandia, and today I'm going to show you something so important, especially for the winter. I'm going to show you how to add ventilation in your coop. So let's do it. So last week I did a video about how to winterize your coop and run. And if you haven't had a chance to watch that video, I'm gonna put a link to it in the description so you can check it out. Lots of important information for the winter months. But when I was shooting this video, I realized that I was dealing with a problem. It had to do with ventilation. Now today it's pretty dry and there's not a lot of condensation in my coop, but when I shot the video last week there was so much condensation, and the problem with that is that chickens are actually very well adapted to cold temperatures for the most part, depending on the breed that you get, but they do not do well if there is cold and moisture in the air, especially overnight. If you have too much moisture in your coop, you can end up with chickens that have frostbite, you can end up with chickens that have respiratory problems, and you don't want that, especially over the winter when they're already a little bit compromised, because it's just harder. It's harder for all animals to make it through the winter. I have a few ventilation holes that have been drilled into the coop. They are all up high because that's what you want to do. You don't want the ventilation to create a draft right where your chickens roost. My ventilation holes are higher than where they're roosting, but I realized that I need to add some more cross ventilation. So my friend Julie is coming over today and she is going to help me add some ventilation into the coop, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I need to tell you guys something. I have been a backyard chicken educator for about 7.5, almost 8 years, and I love everything to do with chickens. I like taking care of them. I like learning more about them every day. But the one thing that I am not good at is power tools. Julie is going to show me how to use the hole saw today. Depending on how this goes, you may need to call the fire department or a hearse. I'm just kidding. Julie is really skilled, so if I am fumbling around too much with it, I think she's gonna take over.
I wish I knew the road.
All right, so we're running into a problem. The hole saw that we have, you can see it's this thick. And we're concerned that the wall to the coop is actually thicker than this, which would obviously create a problem. And we're just gonna figure it out, because at this point it's really important just to have the ventilation in the coop. And if it's not perfect, that's okay, because we know no coop is perfect, but every coop is beautiful, right? All right, let's do it. Okay. Okay, ready? Yep. 1, 2, 3. I'm pushing, and it's not going anywhere. Ugh. Okay, you can put your hand up on the back of the drill. Okay. It's taking a lot of strength to do this. I'm like pushing with everything I have. Alright, this is really gonna fuck up my got in? Yeah, okay. I did like halfway. I gave it the old college try, but I'm just not strong enough to get it through. You wanna try? Sure.
I don't care how far, I won't stop trying.
Okay, so it turned out to be a lot thicker than we thought. This is about half of it, half of the wall, and then the other half is in here. That's why it took so long. And I should mention, we didn't think about this before, but if you do this at home, you should wear protective eye gear, okay? That's really important. We forgot, but don't forget if you do it at home, okay? Okay, so now that we have the hole in place, we are going to put some hardwire mesh over it to make sure that critters cannot get into the coop. This is a crucial step. You do not want to just leave an open hole in your coop because many creatures, including predators that could be really devastating to your flock, could get in a hole that small, believe it or not. So here's the hole saw. That's as big as the hole is, we know that. So what do you think, right here or right here?
I want to make it a little bit longer because...
right there?
Yeah, for ease of stapling.
Okay. I'm just cutting it. If you've watched any of my videos about predator proofing your coop and run, you know that I 100% prefer for people to use hardwire mesh rather than chicken wire when they're securing their coops. And the reason is that rats can get through chicken wire, raccoons can rip chicken wire apart. It's just not very sturdy, but a nice piece of hardwire mesh is really sturdy. There's not many animals that could get through that. So, and it's got a small, relatively small gauge. So this is gonna be perfect. So I'm sorry it's kind of dark in here, but I'm gonna put the hardwire cloth on over the hole.
Yep.
In my chicken keeping classes, one of my famous lines is that you will never catch me building a coop because I can't be trusted with a staple gun. But here I am doing it.
Look at that!
Winning!
Can I get a little hammer and
Yes.
pound it in?
It's not perfect. It's Chickenlandia style. It works. That's all that matters. All right. Oh gosh.
Look what you did!
Yay! There it is. Super fancy. So we added just the one hole today, and I'm just gonna see how that goes. If we need to add another hole, I'm gonna add one right there, but we will see. We'll see how it goes. I have high hopes, as always. One thing I do want to say is that it is hard for me to show when I can't do something by myself. I am somebody that needs help. I can't do everything alone. I just, you know, my body is just not in that place right now. So even drilling that hole through the wall, it was just too much for me to handle, and I had to get Julie to help me. And that makes me feel a little bit vulnerable because me as a backyard chicken educator, I want to have this image where I'm doing everything on my own and yeah, you can do it and you don't need anybody to help. But the truth of the matter is that there are lots of people that need help, and I, just as much as anyone else, needs to know that that's okay. So we got it done and it's okay. Everybody deserves chickens. All right, well, I am going to now start cleaning a little bit in here because the poop, it keeps piling up. There's a lot of poop in here. Lord, the poop.